A few months back, my good friend Lisa and I embarked on our usual haunting ritual to venture into the eerie forest and light up our secrets. This forest, shrouded a kilometer beyond my village, harbored a sinister reputation. Every weekend, we'd find ourselves drawn to its malevolent embrace. One chilling Saturday, the forest put on its usual deceptive charm, luring us deeper into its clutches. As we strolled, Lisa stumbled upon an unsettling discovery. An obscure path concealed just a few meters behind the weathered bench we had perched on moments ago. The trees whispered their sinister secrets, beckoning us to uncover the unknown. The path led us to a ghastly clearing, an unholy circle formed by gnarled trees, their branches contorted in macabre dance. As we hesitantly stepped into the circle, an unsettling silence enveloped the forest. The once lively birds fell silent, and the skies darkened, suffocating the daylight, plunging us into an abyss of shadows. The air turned frigid, gnawing at our bones, and a palpable sense of dread filled the void. Gazing upwards, I sensed an alien presence, a disorienting feeling, as if I had been wrenched from my reality and cast into a realm of nightmares. Lisa's face mirrored my confusion and terror. Something beyond comprehension lurked in that damned circle, playing with our sanity. Fear coursed through us, urging us to flee this unnatural domain. We hastily packed our belongings, the sensation of unseen eyes boring into our souls. Gripping our bikes, we hurriedly retreated from the clutches of the forest, seeking escape from this unholy place. At the forest's edge, as we prepared to make our escape, an unseen malevolence brushed against my back, a cold, bony touch that sent shivers down my spine. I screamed and pedaled furiously, the chill of the encounter paralyzing my very being. Even Lisa, now by my side, couldn't dispel the bone, chilling cold that had claimed us, leaving us with frozen hands, unable to shake off the terror that clung to our souls. In the heart of darkness, we ventured forth, cautiously, the moon's pallid glow revealing twisted trees and chilling whispers that seemed to echo from the very depths of the forsaken forest. An unsettling feeling clawed at my insides, warning of impending doom. It was as if the forest itself beckoned us closer, malicious and taunting. Despite our attempts to distance ourselves, the forest's malevolent force held a sinister power. The more we strained to escape, the closer it crept. A mere illusion, perhaps, but it felt all too real, an unnerving illusion that sent shivers down our spines. When we finally emerged from the cursed woods and returned to the village, an eerie warmth enveloped the air. My abode offered no solace, for the terror that had taken root in our hearts could not be easily dispelled. We recounted our harrowing experience to our close friend, Phil, whose eyes widened in disbelief at the horror we described. Lisa, too, revealed a haunting sight, something sinister lurking behind me, an unseen presence that had brushed against my very soul. The day grew darker, and we sought refuge in a movie, attempting to escape the clutches of fear. However, the malevolent grip of that night refused to relent. As the hour grew late, Phil and I escorted Lisa to her home, the night cloaked in an ominous veil. Phil's journey home took him past the road leading to the cursed forest, where he heard an unsettling voice, uttering menacing words, a sinister whisper that sent chills racing down his spine. Unease gripped him, the feeling of being watched, tormenting his every step. Days turned into weeks, and we sought to confront the enigma that tormented our dreams. Venturing back to the forest's edge, we sought the circle of trees we had glimpsed earlier. Yet, to our horror, it had vanished, leaving us leaving us only with questions and dread. In the weeks that followed, a haunting presence invaded our dreams, manifesting as dearly departed souls. Lisa communed with her cousin beyond the grave, a connection that sent shivers through our souls. I too bore witness to an eerie dream. A man, guilty and condemned, apologizing for unspeakable deeds. His wife wept beside him, their torment etched into the fabric of my being. The dreams intertwined, blurring the lines between reality and the macabre, leaving us to wonder if the horrors we faced in our slumber were tethered to the sinister incident within the accursed forest. The shadows of the past clawed at our subconscious, threatening to consume us in a nightmarish embrace, leaving us to grapple with the darkness that lurked within. In the shadows of the midnight hour, I found myself ensnared in a terrifying tale that defies explanation. My nightly toil led me to a desolate warehouse, its location concealed for reasons that will soon become all too clear. As the clock struck 3, I set forth on my journey homeward through the secluded countryside, nestled within ominous hills. The once smooth path twisted into a sinister dirt trail, and an unsettling sensation gnawed at my senses. I could feel unseen eyes fixated on me, their malevolent gaze piercing the veil of darkness. Ordinarily, the watchful eyes of nocturnal creatures would not rattle my nerves, but this was different, ominous, foreboding. As I approached my habitual parking spot, dread coiled within me like a serpent ready to strike. I instinctively retrieved a pocket knife from the glove box, clutching it with white-knuckled intensity. Stepping out of my vehicle, I cast my gaze towards a pitch black expanse of woods on the opposite side of the road. An inexplicable force urged me to confront the darkness, to pierce its secrets. With my resolve, with trembling composure, I whispered into the eerie stillness, "I know you're there." The world around me plunged into an unnerving silence, an unnatural void that stifled even the roaring waterfall nearby. 10 agonizing seconds crawled by, the silence suffocating before the cacophony of the night shattered the unearthly hush. A frenzied rush of footsteps echoed through the void as a presence hastily retreated into the depths of the haunted woods. Summoning every ounce of courage, I maintained a facade of calmness and descended into the grim abyss, my knife held ready. It was a walk to my abode, but within that walk lay a twisted dance between fear and survival, as dread whispered that running would have been a grave mistake. As I stepped inside, a shiver crawled down my spine as I realized the dogs, usually the eager greeters, were nowhere to be found. Instead, they were fixated on the living room window, their fur bristling, eyes locked on an unseen terror that sent chills through my very soul. They stared in the same direction I felt an intense gaze originating from. My fiancée lay peacefully asleep, oblivious to the mounting dread that clenched my heart. She dismissed the paranormal, unaware of the haunting tales ingrained in my Mapuche heritage, passed down by my father. My childhood was filled with whispered legends of Wendigo, skinwalkers, and other ethereal entities. But that night, a darkness, unlike any before, had descended upon our home, extinguishing any sense of familiarity. The presence was palpable, an otherworldly force that left me paralyzed with fear. It was not the gentle deer I had often encountered in these woods. The unknown lurked in the shadows, and I couldn't shake the gnawing sensation that we were no longer alone. In the heart of the chilling night, amidst the shadows that danced sinisterly, I, Max, found myself ensnared in a tale of terror. The memory claws at my mind like the gnarled fingers of a vengeful spirit, haunting me even in the depths of my being. Back then, when innocence still clung to my soul like a fragile veil, I, a mere 11 or 12 years old, along with my friends Bren and Nick, succumbed to our relentless hunger for adventure. We were drawn to the lure of exploration, to the hidden mysteries that beckoned to be unraveled. The stage for this malevolent tale was set, a creek near Nick's home, a place where the darkness concealed more than we could fathom. It was not within the comforting embrace of my own home that this nightmare unfolded. Instead, the scene was set at the residence of my dearest friend Nick, where excitement hung in the air like a pungent scent. The prospect of delving into the secrets of the nearby creek filled us with a peculiar blend of dread and fascination. This was not our first venture into the depths of that place, a place that had already revealed its dark secrets to us on 2 separate occasions. For the 3rd time, the creek beckoned, and we, driven by an insatiable curiosity, answered its call. But little did we know that the malevolent force, the Vanishing Girl, awaited us, a phantom cloaked in mystery, thirsting for terror, prepared to rewrite the fabric of our reality. Each step we took was a step closer to the abyss, a plunge into the nightmare that awaited us in the depths of that sinister creek. In the annals of fear, this tale etched its mark, an experience that would forever be etched into the chronicles of my haunted existence. In the shadows of twilight, Nick and I dared to venture into the cursed realm that had become a twisted playground for us and our dwindling group of friends. We had roamed these forsaken grounds before, drawn by a morbid curiosity. But this time, only one soul, Bren, was brave enough to join our ill-fated pilgrimage. Bren, the eldest of us, aged a mere 14 years, bore an unsettling aura of calmness. He took the role of an unwilling leader, though our youthful recklessness seldom heeded his counsel. Attempts to recruit more companions for our journey proved futile, for the horrors of past excursions to the creek had left others too petrified to accompany us into the abyss. Armed with our feeble defense, a handful of snacks and a couple of pocket knives, we stilled ourselves for the impending ordeal. The trek was but a quarter mile, an insignificant distance for our eager, youthful minds. The path to the creek, though enveloped in an eerie forest, bore a malevolent beauty when touched by the sun's dying rays, as long as you evaded the lair of the 8-legged fiends. As the minutes crawled by, we arrived at the mouth of the creek. This creek, a malevolent mockery of a national park, whispered dreadful secrets. Ignoring the implications of trespassing, we descended a staircase that seemed to be a descent into the bowels of damnation. Our footsteps echoed ominously as we skipped a few stairs, an unwitting dance with the sinister abyss. I, too, caught up in the juvenile gaiety, stumbled and fell, triggering a chorus of macabre laughter. Undeterred, we all reached the abyssal depths, splashing in the frigid waters of the accursed creek. The cold, malicious water embraced us as we frolicked, unaware of the darkness closing in. For a fleeting moment, it felt like an adventure, a flicker of innocence clinging to our souls. But as the shadows lengthened and the malignancy of our surroundings revealed itself, our bliss turned fragile. Nick, my closest companion, whispered of a sinister secret, a dark recess within this haunted realm. Compelled by morbid fascination, we followed him, ignorant of the terror that awaited. Nick's words proved true. A grotesque sanctuary emerged before us, a grotesque tapestry of nature's malevolence. Crawdads scuttled about like grotesque specters, and a deep, murky pit invited us to our doom. We succumbed to the allure, swimming in the foreboding depths, oblivious to the sinister fate lurking in the shadows. And as we reveled in our folly, little did we know that the darkness was watching, hungrily, anticipating the inevitable horror that would consume us, leaving only echoes of our laughter in the cursed woods.